Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading for March 2023, couple days late. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, those intuitively guided, or you may be here checking up on a Scorpio's energy. Shout out to my daughter, who is Scorpio, October 29th, and my brother is November 6th. My ex-husband is October 31st. So anyways, love Scorpio. And I just love reading for Scorpio. I don't know, I just love always doing your reading. Even though sometimes it can be deep, but that's okay because it's bringing us to the light. That's how I look at it. Real quickly, speaking of my daughter, her channel is Jenny Love Tarot, and for those who don't know, my channel was hijacked at the end of January, and it almost took a month for me to get it back. So I'm still going through things. Like, my channel is just a mess. So I did a lot of videos for you guys over on Jen's channel. Especially your February, you're going to want to check that out. Then I did a special for you guys also, just because I did Virgo and then I did Scorpio. Each of you have a special because I just felt like you needed it. So that's over there. Please go watch it. I just feel like, I'm not telling you what to do, but I just feel like for some of you it's probably going to call to you. And they'll probably connect in some way. So again, that is Jenny Love Tarot. I would definitely subscribe to her because she was a lifesaver during this tower moment for me. It gave me a platform to still provide videos, and a lot of you found me over there, but a lot of you didn't. So those who didn't know that there's readings over there for you. Anyway, and we're going to continue to collaborate. I'm going to continue to put videos on her channel and so forth. So, yeah, taught me some lessons and lesson learned. So, anyway, let's get into your reading, Scorpio. We're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use our Mother Mary Oracle for our words of wisdom. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper, clarify. And I was torn. I was going to use the Good Tarot for your spread, but then I kept feeling, no, I should use the Light Seers. This is the Light Seers. And then I was like, And I even pulled out the Good Tarot and started to shuffle it, and I felt like, no, it just doesn't feel like it's the deck that I should be using for you this month. So we're using the Light Seers. Just listening to my intuition. All right, let's get into it. Everything is pre-shuffled, by the way. Give them a cut. And let's begin. Well, I always pay attention to like how the cards come out. We have interesting marriage. Came out a little aggressive, I thought, but nonetheless, marriage. I don't think this always has to mean like a physical marriage. And it's interesting, all of a sudden I'm picking up for some of you, like, it's almost like, well, it's not almost like, how do I say it? It's like, I feel like I have my, my spiritual husband or my spiritual wife, whether we're together or not. And maybe that's just, like my twin or a soulmate that I'll be reconnecting with, when, if not in this lifetime, when this lifetime is over. I don't know why I'm picking all that up, but I am. Anyways, marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. It reminds me of words that Sam said to his son the other day: all things can be mended. And it's true, right? But it does take, if this is talking about a marriage, it does take 2 people. Okay, we'll read that at the end of the reading from the book. Let's go ahead and bring in the light seers, the tarot portion. You know, someone left a comment, and I'm not, you know, and I'm fine with that, but they left a comment about, you know, like, I can't even remember, but it was, you know, giving me advice, so to speak. It was kind of critical on how I should be doing a reading. And I have to say that, you know, I don't feel like I have a style. I just read the way I read. I read through the energy, and whatever it calls for is what it calls for in each reading. Like, I don't want to do each reading the same way, even though, like, a lot of times I'll take the same amount of cards. But I just want you to know that, you know. And, you know, listen, not all tarot readers are for everyone. But I think it was more of, I have a feeling if she went back and watched it again, she'd probably see, I don't know. Don't even know why I'm bringing it up. Maybe you've been feeling like people have been critical of you lately. All right, we start with the Hierophant. Card of Taurus, first of all. But this is about your faith, your belief system. It's a 5, so it does want you to question it. You know, just, are you living by your beliefs, or are you living within someone else's? You know, you live in your truth or someone else's. It's like the stairway to heaven. It's like the stairway to heaven is open for you. You know, it's like that portal, connecting to that portal. All of a sudden I just feel like, you know, the connection between you and heaven is right there. We have the 6 of Cups. It's about happy, treasured memories. You know, I'm going to tell you what I feel also on a personal level, because this is, you know, my daughter's a Scorpio. I feel like this is saying, because my son is crossed over, but I'm getting this feeling like this is him saying to her, but really saying to all of us, that the portal to heaven for us is right there. Like, it's not closed, it's opened. And I feel like that's about the connection. I also feel like it's talking about, you know, as I remember someone, remember the happy moments, right? Remember the cherished moments. You know, keep it happy. And why? Because I feel like you don't have to fret. You don't have to worry. It's funny, I got a 5 and a 6 right there and 11. And 11, that's my daughter's life path number. Master number 11. Okay, well, I want you to understand when I talk about myself, it's because I feel like that means that someone else needs to hear the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is about your guides, you know, people that you love who have crossed over, and like, that connection is right there. Keep the thoughts happy, you know, the treasured moments. We have the 7 of Swords. 7 Swords did come in reverse. But I made a choice not to read reversals, though I am going to remember that. I feel like there's someone around you who's like just, it's almost like their mouth is out of control. like what's coming out of their mouth is out of control. It's interesting because I don't feel like this goes with this. Let me bring this down. I feel like this is an energy, this is an energy. Maybe this is how I get through. You know what I mean? Connecting to my loved ones. You know, knowing that they're actually participating in my life. They know what's going on. And then over here, I feel like there's just someone who's like, just feels like their mouth is out of control. I don't know. We have the Four of Cups. Now, it also came in reverse, but same thing. But I have to tell you, it's almost like someone's mouth is out of control. Someone's words are out of control. Four of Cups, but I'm not really doing anything about it. I'm just kind of taking it. But if I put these in reverse like they show, then it's the opposite, right? Then I am doing something about it. Like I'm not taking it anymore. But I feel like I have to make that decision. We have the Three of Swords coming into the Hierophant. You know, definitely speaks of a broken heart. We have the Lovers. Well, card of Gemini. Also going to be a head over heart. And the meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. But at this moment, I don't really have a question. So I feel like this is more about the energy of someone. It's connected to the Six of Cups. Some of you, this is talking about someone that I feel like you loved. Now I feel like they're here. But at the same time, the Three of Swords is also here. 6 and 6. Well, there's the question. Two of Pentacles. You know, the Two of Pentacles is what they call the Juggler's card. You know, it's funny because I'm like coming up with my own decks, and I don't think I'm following the traditional line of tarot, but I'm doing it more for those who read intuitively. And why I'm saying that is because, you know, I'll probably have different meanings. Anyways, and the reason why I'm saying that is Juggler's card, right? But I feel like this is someone who is really trying to use their logical mind as it relates, well, to whatever this Seven of Swords energy is. It's almost like I'm just sitting back and watching someone, like, I don't know. And it's like right at you too. Like whatever this Seven of Swords at is like facing you, right? But then you're facing it, and it's like the energy of like, oh well. But as I say that, then you have the Two of Pentacles below it. So I feel like eventually you come to this energy of what I'm going to accept, what I'm not going to accept. Two of Pentacles to me is about using your logical mind as it relates to making a decision. Now also your intuition, but you know, looking at it something like, listen, is this going to like really expand my life, or is it going to, you know, deplete me, keep me in the same type of energy? And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, that's the energy of independence, first and foremost. Interesting that the Four of Cups is above that, because it's like, you know, the Nine of Pentacles speaks about successful self-employment, but in the Four of Cups, I may not be, you know, I feel like it's almost like there's an influence, like whether it be a person, people, or just the energy that surrounds you, keeps you almost like, I don't want to say locked into, though I just said it, like locked into a certain type of feeling and energy, almost like I don't want you to give up, and I don't, because I feel like whatever in this Seven of Swords, I feel like it's bullshit, first and foremost. Like, it's bullshit. And listen, they could be telling you lies, like telling you things where you feel like maybe you couldn't be successful. But then here's the Nine of Pentacles, which is saying, no, you can absolutely be successful. I love the Nine of Pentacles because this is really, and maybe because I'm a Virgo, but I do love the Nine of Pentacles because this is the energy of taking care of oneself. Being able to take care of oneself. And, I feel like once you have that, you don't want to lose it. So I feel like also if you're questioning, like a path, this is telling you, like, if you put, the Nine of Pentacles isn't like a miracle. It's someone who puts in the work. But I also feel like in that energy, it's very inspired type work. Like, it grows quickly. It grows quickly. And I just love the smile on her face. Like, interesting, because she is mirroring the Three of Swords. For some of you, I feel like, listen, this could talk about a lover who maybe is not in the energy of the light, so to speak, or, well, I don't even know, but I feel like at the same breath, I feel like it's like influencing you. It's stopping you from creating the success that you could have. I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, not stop, but with the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. To me, that's good. Good energy to come up. First of all, it is a lesson in patience, right? Everything in its time. But it's also about your soul seed of intentions. Like those seeds that you planted, and allowing them to come to full harvest. Like, I don't want to pick the apple before the apple was ripe. But it's also the energy of what I feel like is what's meant to be. Like, when I say what's meant to be, I mean like what your soul wanted to experience in this lifetime. Because meant to be doesn't mean it has to be. You do have free will. They have free will. Everyone's got free will. We can't control another, but we can control ourselves. The Four of Cups being mirrored by the Hierophant says, trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. No matter what anybody else is saying. No matter, just trust within you. Sometimes that's all we can do, because like everyone around us is like, it feels like against us. So the only thing we can do is be like, okay, well, if they're against me, I gotta be for me. Be careful not to get pulled in anyone's drama either, because I just feel like it's not worth your time. And I also have to say, as a Scorpio, I feel, because we do have the Three of Swords here, so I know that your heart was broken. And I do feel like one of, like people like, oh my God, like how long is this going to last? I feel like until our intentions start to change. And I feel like your creative house is like the outlet to help you move on from anything. Or even help prove everyone wrong. Because ultimately, it's like, the Three of Swords against the Nine of Pentacles. Not against. It's like either or. This was, but this can be. Alright, we have the Queen of Swords, and I feel like this is talking about your voice. Coming over the Hierophant. Now, can be a air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But you guys know how I read. Like, I feel like you're all people, unless, and listen, use your own intuition, for sure. But this is just what I'm feeling. Like, I feel like this is your voice. This is your truth. This is exactly what the Hierophant is asking you to do. Take a moment. Look at, your own truth. Trust in yourself. And then I feel like, don't forget, you have a very special spirit guide right by you, like, helping you. Who, listen, believes in you no matter what anyone else tells you. And isn't that, it just feels like, the hell with the rest. Alright, we have the King of Wands. Interesting. Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius. I'm saying interesting just because my son was a Leo, and that would represent him. So I do, again, I'm saying that because I want you to know that for yourself. But anyways, that aside, we have a Queen and King right here. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles over the Seven of Swords. So you see how that Seven of Swords is affecting not only like your own independence, and I don't mean like it means like I have to be by myself. No, but I'm independent on myself. That didn't make sense. My foundation, mine, is strong. This is about you. So that Seven of Swords is definitely playing a number with your ability, let's just say, to create that success I feel like your heart's looking for. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles again. I feel like if you're questioning your path, you don't have to question it. Because I feel like it's something, you know, as it relates to your creative house, let's just say, and it can also be related to a person. I feel like it's a natural, like just a natural pull to it, and maybe I just gotta let things flow naturally. It's like this queen ultimately uses her own voice in, you know, maybe to help others to overcome their own three of swords, their own heartache. And it becomes like, you know, who she is and what she does. And I say who she is because I feel like it's a very spiritual type thing. So it's coming from that type of energy. And you definitely have to trust in your own voice, you know what I mean? And I feel like if there's any guides present, that's what they want you to know, like, because I feel like this is, you know, ultimately, listen, maybe some of these experiences that you've had that weren't so pleasant, maybe you're meant to go through them, right? Because our soul seeds aren't all, like, pleasant. Sometimes we want to know, like, can we get through those difficult things? Like, you know, am I strong enough? Have I gained... Has my soul expanded enough? And maybe that's why we come here more than one lifetime, right? Because maybe my soul didn't expand to the full potential that I wanted it to. Excuse me. Seven of Wands. Defending oneself. Defending my heart. Protecting my heart. Seven of Wands is a lot of energy that's coming toward you that can feel defensive, because again, it's the energy of like standing your ground, defending yourself. I feel feeling the need to. But listen, maybe you already have. I was just going to say, we're getting a lot of 7s. And then I look and I'm like, well, not really. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3. You know, we're in a universal year 7. It's all about spirituality. It's about trusting your intuition this year more than anything. This is a year I feel like a lot of soulmates are going to find each other, you know, in love, but also just in friendship and what have you. Well, hello, 10 of Cups. Huh. Right over the Lovers. First and foremost, I feel like you deserve a happy home. You deserve a happy home. But I feel like this 4 of Cups is probably the most important card we need to look at this moment, because it is inactivity. Even though like some harsh things may be coming to, like have come toward you, you know, doing nothing about it. And I feel like, you know, where is your escape? How do you get out of this? And I feel like it's through this 9 of Pentacles. It's through your Pentacles. And I feel like, you know, when I create this success for myself, no matter who's in this 10 of Cups, it's happiness. Now, this 10 of Cups also talks about love. The House of Harmony. It is coming right over the Lovers. Let's continue. You know, some like maybe your spirit guides have like this perfect person picked out. Alright, we have the 8 of Swords. Coming over the 2 of Pentacles. So that's interesting, because the 8 of Swords is a self-created prison. It's telling us why. The 7 of Swords. Like, it's being very, very clear. There's something within that 7 of Swords. And listen, this can talk about other people's, like, what others have said to me that I then took on as my own. But the Hierophant, first and foremost, wants you to look at your own truth. Like, what energy have I taken on and believed in, even though it was false? And if I don't do that, well, then I remain in my prison. And why do you want to do that? 2 of Pentacles makes me feel like, because it's coming over the 2 of Pentacles, it makes me feel like this is exactly what some of you are thinking right now. And I feel like this is your way out. Only person who can uncreate that prison is you, because you created it. And listen, a lot of it feels like it's based on false beliefs. Clear your mind and the rest will follow. Been getting that song a lot this month. Clear your mind and the rest will follow. Makes so much sense. Clear your mind, and then the rest will follow, just like energy will just follow, right? The Empress. Wow. Coming right over the 9 of Pentacles. Scorpio. I feel like if you question your ability in your creative house, especially if it's due to outside sources, but I feel like some of it's coming from yourself, you need to cut it out. Because I feel like this reading is really clarifying for you who you are. Number one, the Empress. You know, the Empress can really get through anything, but it does take her action, right? Because she receives inspired epiphanies, and then she puts them to work, right? This is about giving birth to them, not just hanging on to them. You know, she, yes, had her heart broken, but she didn't allow herself to become cold and hard to the world. She stayed her loving self, right? But she became wiser, stronger. You know, I know the truth, and the Queen of Swords will only accept the truth. Not in an egotistical type of way. Like, it's just how I want to live. Right? I want to live in the truth. I don't want to have to worry about things. I feel like the Empress is saying, especially because the Four of Cups is right here. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles right above this Empress, man, does it just feel like meant to be. Again, this is the energy of free will, because it doesn't have to be in the Four of Cups if I do nothing. Or if I decide to maybe at least start in the two, let's just say the Two of Pentacles, maybe it's just like starting, beginning. I feel like success will follow. And then look at that. The Star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Bringing them into your life. Creating them. I feel like when you put that intention out into the universe, you know, almost like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to trust in myself. And I'm just going to let whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to let go and let it be. I feel like the universe is like, yes, yes. Because, you know, manifesting your dreams, it takes your intention. It takes your energy. It takes your action. But it's saying that it's all possible. Okay. I want to come back and look at this Ten of Cups a little bit more. Matter of fact, I feel like I want to pick up, because I feel like you got the point. Got the point now, put it to rest. I'm going to come back and I just want to look at the Lovers. Maybe I should look at the Six of Cups. If some of you could speak about love of someone that you used to know. Someone that I used to know. I want to use a different deck. Could use the Luminous Tarot. So I'm going to put the Six of Cups up there. Alright, so the Lovers came first. And then the Ten of Cups. Well, Ten of Cups came right over the Lovers. So let's just look at this for love. Love may be different than you expect. It may be someone different than you expect. You know, maybe you already have your mind on someone and like it may be someone completely different. Now, I don't know. For some. Alright, we have the Six of Swords. Interesting, we have 666. But this is great. Because this tells me that, again, that Seven of Swords in the last reading, the Eight of Swords, the self-created prison, that you made the choice to put the walls down. That you made the choice not to live within the toxicity. Listen, maybe it doesn't mean that you're physically moving, but you're mentally moving. And again, it's you who made the choice. We have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands talks about drama. A lot of drama. No one sees eye to eye in the Five of Wands. And I got to be careful not to get pulled into that energy. And I feel like this is you not getting pulled in. Maybe you had, 5, then 6. Maybe you had been pulled in. 6 of Swords, I feel like you're like, no more. Well, hello, Two of Cups. Soulmate. First of all, coming right above that 10 of Cups. Hello. And the Lover's coming on the other side. And then we have Justice. Card of Libra. You know what I feel like this is representing? Because Justice is really about making you whole again, making you right again. It can talk about cutting of certain ties in the Six of Swords. I feel like I'm cutting those ties. I'm not allowing myself to get pulled into drama. I'm going to go ahead and choose this a path. I feel like you know what path you want. Justice can also talk about, listen, for some of you, maybe it had to come to that point. It's almost like in my face, can't deny type energy. So it can talk about the cutting of ties. But really, justice is what's fair and just for you. Justice is mirroring, the Five of Wands. So I feel like if any ties are being cut, it's the Five of Wands. So let's talk about the Five of Wands relating to justice. It means that in the Five of Wands, everybody wants to be right. And everyone thinks that they're right. It's like, I'll fight you to the death. And everything everyone's fighting about doesn't really mean anything, right? It's like fighting, it's like everyone's ego is ignited. So I have to see that and not play my part. And I feel like that's what justice is representing. Like you're saying, I'm not going to play my part in this Five of Wands. I'm not going to be part of it. We have the Eight of Swords. So, Scorpio, I feel like this is also, again, justice, right? Using that sword. Balance. It's all about balance. There's that self-created prison. But it's mirrored by the Six of Swords. So I feel like you're freeing yourself. At least mentally, you're freeing yourself. It's almost like you're putting a plan in place. And I feel like your eyes are like wide open. I feel like this Eight of Swords is the last reading. Because I feel like the Six of Swords says, Okay. I guess I gotta know where I've been to understand where I'm at and where I'm going, right? Because the seeds that I planted yesterday will be my harvest, or the seeds you plant today will be the harvest in the fall, whenever your fall may be. Three of Cups. This is, first of all, I want to say this could talk about, a lot of alcohol. And I'm saying that because I've been getting that with a lot of people's readings, and it can talk about drinking and then fighting type of energy. But the Six of Swords is like, I don't want that. But this is about celebrations. First of all, celebrate yourself. Because again, I feel like mentally you set yourself free. Funny how your cards are coming out one by one. Hello, Knight of Cups. Wow. Unexpected love. You know, this is an unexpected cup of fulfillment, but it's coming right next to the Three of Cups, so it's something that is, it's going to make your heart sing, no doubt. It's coming under the Lovers and under the Six of Cups. This could certainly talk about, again, someone that you knew, and it may be someone just completely unexpected. Somehow reaches out to you. Now, I also feel like I said in the beginning of the reading, where I feel like your guides like have like this special, like I have someone special for you. Two of Wands. You're saying yes. Two of Wands is mirrored by the Two of Cups. The Lovers. I'm sorry. The soulmates. Two of Wands is right next to the Knight of Cups. Bringing you in this cup. Two of Wands tells me you're saying yes. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. You know, I feel like it's just that you made a decision. Almost like, do I celebrate it or don't I? I'm almost afraid to celebrate it. Maybe that's why it's a two. Right? Like, well, I shouldn't say it because Two of Wands doesn't really speak of fear. And if this energy above has been cleared, at least enough, you know, no one's looking for perfection. That's what you got to tell yourself. And for some, it is your imperfections that just, they love. All right. I just love this block right here. The Six of Cups. This is, again, happy memories. The Two of Cups. It's a soulmate type energy. The Lovers. I feel like it talks about chemistry. And it does go to the Ten of Cups. If I read it this way, it is from the Six of Cups, the Lovers, that this Knight of Cups comes from. All right. I'm just really just taking it on anything. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. Hello, Ace of Cups. I don't purposely try to do love readings. But man, love always wants to come out. Now, your first part of the reading, I feel like it spoke more about you and what you're dealing with and your life and the way you're thinking and all the potential that you have, believing in you. Some of you, it's like real success, especially self-employment. Doesn't have to be self-employment, but it really gives you this feeling of independent, like an independent spirit. And I feel like an independent spirit is like free to love. And so here is the Ace of Cups. It's interesting because, you know, sometimes I question, like, why didn't you just end the reading? But I feel at the time to shuffle. Wow, I definitely feel like this Ace of Cups was meant to come out. And I feel like it just finishes this spread so beautifully. Unconditional love. It's just love flowing down on you. You know, you got to know that you deserve it. And again, I don't mean it like, you know, give me love. How do I mean it? I mean that you're lovable. That there's great qualities. We all have negative qualities. That's just who we are, right? We have positive and negative. We have light, we have dark. We have feminine, we have masculine. You know, polar opposites. And that is who we are. right? But that is who everyone is. And then you add free will into the mix. So anyway, the Ace of Cups. You know, whether this is a soulmate, whether this is a twin flame, because for some of you, I feel like you feel it's a twin flame, and, you know, again, we have a 5 and a 6 together again. Whatever it may be, I feel like the potential is great. I feel like you're going to find love, love's going to find you, but I feel like, honestly, I feel like I almost kind of let go of it. Like, I'm just like, whatever. Because your creative mind kind of takes over. And I do feel when we open our creative selves, like the energy that flows out into the universe, remember the law of attraction, it must match us. If we're in that 4 of Cups where we're doing nothing about that 7 of Swords, well, that's what the universe thinks you want. It's not what I want. If it's love, I want real love. If I'm questioning my path, if I choose a path, don't question it. It's okay to question it, but then trust your gut, because I feel like don't overthink things. I have to say, I feel like when the timing is right, the timing is right. It's interesting that it's a white dove that, is like depositing, and it feels like the host into this cup. Purity. Doesn't mean people are pure. It means the love is pure. Doesn't mean there's not challenges. It means we can get through the challenges. Right? Life still goes on, even if I'm in love. But this is like partnership. The House of Harmony. You know, these 2s around the 10 of Cups. It may just be the beginning, but listen, I feel like listen, here's a bottom line. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. I feel like success will follow if you make that choice to trust yourself, right? Because again, I feel like you're receiving inspired epiphanies, and the Empress will give birth to those. You know, it's like when I'm doing a tarot reading. Sometimes things make no sense. Like, why am I saying that? But then someone will be like, I know exactly why you're saying that, Sandy. It's exactly what I needed to hear. And I've come to trust that. Even though I still may question it, I'm not really. Like, I just trust that. Anyways, Ace of Cups. All right, let's read marriage. You drew this card because your relationship needs loving attention. You've been out of balance lately. There's Justice. You've been out of balance lately with too much focus upon work and intellectual pursuits. Mother Mary steps in and asks you to stop what you're doing and put your energy into your marriage. In fact, make a renewed commitment to it in all of your interpersonal relationships. Allow yourself to care about and connect with each person you love. For unmarried individual, which I really feel is a majority here, for unmarried individuals, this card signals a positive and important change in your love life, provided that you're open. Let me reread that. For unmarried individuals, this card signals a positive and important change in your love life, provided that you open your heart and allow yourself to be authentic and vulnerable with others. I have the hardest time saying that word. Commit to developing your relationships at the highest possible level so that they are truly love-filled. Commit to developing your relationships at the highest possible level so that they are truly love-filled. You know, just from that statement alone, I feel like it clarifies about vibration, like, you know, intention, like what we put out comes back. All right, guys, I don't know. I feel like it just covered everything in your life. I cannot wait to read your comments. Don't forget to go over to Jenny's channel. You know, your February readings over there. And even though, you know, we're in March, you know, my readings are fluid. Watch it if you want. Like, if you feel pulled to it. The special, I feel like, really try to watch, because I feel like when I feel this pull to do a special, I feel like the majority of you need it. So, again, I feel like it'll call to you if you want it, but it's Jenny Love Tarot. Alright, guys, I love you so much. I thank you. My wish for you is that all these blessings become your reality. And my wish is also that you free your mind and you allow yourself to be like the Empress, right? And give birth to this creative part of yourself. Keep your heart open, because this feels like, you know, love, however it's coming. Again, the Knight of Cups says it's unexpected. But the Two of Cups and the Lovers tell me that it's pretty special. And then the Ten of Cups tells me from the Ace of Cups, chances are, if I freed my mind, this is energy that goes to the Ten of Cups. And I feel like that means for the rest of your life. Hopefully. Alright, guys. I love you so much. I thank you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.